Hello my YouTube friends! I'm afraid sometimes I have so many videos on creating better live streams that show complicated overlays and plugins that some people might think you need to know that stuff before you start live streaming. I want you all to know right now that is just not the case. When I first started live streaming, I had nothing but a cell phone. No overlays or fancy cameras or microphones or anything. And some longtime viewers would say those streams were some of the most entertaining. The truth is, I learned how to create entertaining live streams before I ever started adding overlays, alerts, plugins, and chat redeems. So I don't want anyone to think you need any of that fancy stuff to live stream and be entertaining. You can learn all that as you go. The first thing you have to do is go live and learn to interact in an entertaining way with your audience. So this video is for all those folks who just want to set up a quick stream and go live on YouTube as easy and fast as possible with OBS. And once you do, I know you're going to be hooked just like I was. So you know what? Let's get to it! We're going to use OBS for our streams because it runs on pretty much anything and it's totally free. It's also pretty easy to learn, but it can be expanded to do just about anything that you could ever want to do in a live stream so that you have that in your pocket later down the road. I'm also going to assume that you have OBS installed. There is a link in the description and it installs like any other program on your machine. Let me show you how to quickly configure it up to stream on YouTube. So here's what OBS is going to look like when you first open it up. And it's just going to have a scene down here. You're probably going to have completely empty settings over here. It might actually even come up to something like the auto configuration wizard, which you can just cancel out of. Because if you run through the auto cancellation wizard, you're still going to go through the settings anyways and fix them. So I'm not going to really get into the why we're going to do stuff in this video, because I just want you to get up and running. If you want to know the why, I have plenty of videos out there that go deep into why I set it up the way I set it up. We're just going to get you started. So if you come up to a setting like this and you want to create a new profile, you can. I would just not check that and name it whatever you want. Same with a new scene collection. Just click new, name your scene collection, boom. This is what you're going to see. And then we're going to go right into settings and we're going to set it up to stream. So you don't need to touch anything in general. You go into stream, you're going to drop this down and you're going to find your YouTube RTM PS. And we're not going to do anything else there. We don't need to connect it to our account or anything like that. We're going to keep it simple, but we're also going to give you the knowledge to be able to do it in any way that you want later. We're going to the output, and instead of simple, we're going to go to advanced real quick. And we're going to go into the streaming tab, which is right here. And we want to drop down our video encoder and select NVIC if we see it. If not, X264 is fine. That's probably what you're going to have if you're streaming on a laptop or something like that. But if we have NVIC, we're going to select it. It's the easiest way. CBR is fine. Our kilobits per second is going to be 6,000. And pretty much everything else here, we can just leave exactly like we see it. If we have X264 and we don't have NVIC, here's what we're going to want to do. We're going to change this to 6,000 and we're going to leave everything else pretty much the same. We could put this on high and we can set our tune to whatever we want, but that doesn't really change anything that's going to affect anything. So that's how you're going to set up your X264 if you're using it. And we're all set up video wise. We're going to go into audio and you just want to make sure that everything in your global audio devices is disabled. Just disable all of this. If you're going to be listening to something or whatever, you're going to want to set a monitoring device and you're going to want it to be your headphones. So just set that up in your monitoring device. Next, we're going to go over here into video and you want to make sure that the resolution that you're streaming at is set right here in your base canvas and your output canvas. So I stream in 1920 by 1080. I want both of these to be exactly the same. You're going to want to set your frames per second right here. Now, if you're not doing anything but just a live stream with people, 30 frames per second is fine. If you're doing gaming, Maybe you want to jump it to 60 frames per second, but that's going to be dependent upon the quality of your machine. Other than that, we are completely 100% set up here on the OBS side to do everything we want to do. Now you see when we applied that, it allows us to bring up the YouTube control panel, and we can sign into YouTube right here. We'll connect the account, and it will actually give you the ability to see the chat right here if you want to do that. I personally don't. We're just going to live stream, and we're not going to worry about any of that stuff. So to set up a basic scene so that we can see ourselves, all we need to do is go ahead and click the plus. We're going to add a video capture device, and we can call this camera. And you may have a webcam or any other kind of cam. My camera is automatically selected right there. I have a separate microphone. If you do not have a separate microphone, if your microphone is connected to your webcam or whatever, you probably don't have to do anything. But I would recommend you get into the habit of scrolling down here to the bottom, going to use custom audio device, and then selecting the specific audio that you want to use as your microphone. So in my case, it's going to be my Camlink Pro audio. In your case, it might be the webcam audio or whatever it is for the camera that you're using. Then we click OK. You can see right here we have audio. We can adjust it up and down. If we wanted to crop our scene a little bit, we can definitely do that. And we can move our microphone out of the way here. There we go. Still not out of the way. There we go. And I'm just going to crop it up. So I hold down the Alt key. I push this in here. I hold down the Alt key again right here. And we push this in here. And I'm going to just crop it up a little bit down here. So we square it up, put it up here in the top corner, and bring it down there. And I'm going to move it over here. Hold down my Alt key. Just expand that out so it goes to the edge of the screen. And there we go. So now we're all cropped up. We're ready to go. Theoretically, we can just click Go Live once we get it set up to work with YouTube. Now, I work really hard to try to bring you guys content that I think you're going to like. Sometimes I hit and sometimes I miss, but really it's hard to know for sure. And that's where you can really help me out. If you like this video, you can leave me a free thumbs up. And if it's not your thing, feel free to leave me a thumbs down as well. It really is no problem. You're just telling me what you like and what you don't. If every single person watching this video leaves a thumbs up or a thumbs down right now, I'll definitely know if this is the kind of content that you want to see moving forward. It really does help me out, so thanks a bunch. Leave those thumbs up and thumbs down. Let's get back to the video. Now let's put it all together with a stream on YouTube. Here's how you set everything up and go live. All right, so here on YouTube, you could be on your dashboard or whatever. We're going to go up here to create, or you can go right here to go live, and it'll take you into your live dashboard. Now we can go right to the stream right here and set this up the way that we want it by clicking on edit, and then you put in your title, you put in your description, then you're going to set up your visibility. So in my case, it's going to be unlisted, but if you're going to live stream to people, you want to have it set to public. And then you're just going to go through the categories, and you're going to want to upload a thumbnail right here. So create a thumbnail for your live stream. Right here, you've got your audience. So it's not made for kids is what most people are going to select. If it's got paid promotion in it, you got to check that. Altered content, you're going to want to tell it if you're using some sort of AI content to modify something. Automatic chapters and places and all that stuff, I always uncheck this. And then you could put your tags in. These tags should describe what your live stream is about. And then put your language in there. Recording date and location if you really want to. Your YouTube license. Allow embedding is what I always have checked. And so pretty much that is that part. Then we can go into customization. And this, live reactions puts a little icon down here at the bottom of your chat, which can be disconcerting to some people. So you can come in here and uncheck it. Slow mode is if you have thousands and thousands of chatters on there. You may want to slow down your chat. You can select that. And other than that, those are the things that you need to know about the customization. And then when we go into monetization, if your channel is monetized, you're going to want to know how to add ads to it or not have ads go anytime YouTube decides they want to put it on there. So basically, let YouTube insert mid-roll ads means they're just going to put them in there anytime that they feel like doing it. I always go down here to choose mid-rolls, and then instead of schedule, which you can do, you could say I want a mid-roll in there every hour or whatever. I put insert mid-roll ads manually. That way an ad will never go into my live stream without me specifically running it. And then I click save. So this is how everything is set up to create your live stream. That's pretty much it. All we need is the information right down here. This right here is your stream key. And you can copy that. And then we're going to go back into our OBS. And we're going to go into settings. We're going to go to stream, and we're going to use the stream key right here. And all we need to do is Control V to paste that stream key we just copied out of there. Click apply, click OK, and bada bing, we're ready to live stream. So how is this going to work? Well, if you are not running a scheduled live stream, then when you click the go live button, this is automatically going to go live. It will automatically be live and be streaming. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If we go over here and I just click start streaming, we can go back into our thing and boom, we see that we're live. We can chat with our chat and do everything else. You can physically pop this chat out right here so that you could see it. And what I like to do is kind of just make it smaller, maybe put it on another monitor, something like that. And then we can bring up our OBS and we can pop our chat over here and we'll be able to kind of see it. If we take our OBS and instead of making it like that, we can kind of just split it a little bit like this. And then boom, we can see our chat right here. Now, like I said, there is a way to embed it, but we're just trying to do this simple so you can get started and running. So now we're live streaming. The one thing that I will say, especially if you're listening to headphones because you're going to be playing videos or something like that, you can't have your audio playing out of your speakers. It will feed back into your microphone. So you have to be wearing headphones in order to hear that stuff. And the other thing that you could get when you start this up is you want to make sure that this is muted, because otherwise this will play through whatever you have selected down here as your audio. And if it plays through there, it will also feed back in, and that's how you're going to get the echo. And that's really the two major things that you could run into that are a problem. Now, when you're finished live streaming, just be aware that you're a little bit behind on YouTube as compared to what you are right here live. So if you were to hit stop streaming here, you're going to notice when we go over to the YouTube piece, it's still going to stream for just a couple seconds until it finishes it out. And then you can just click end stream right here and end. And it'll come up with a little stream is finished box and tell you all your stats, how many views, how many people were on there, the average amount of duration that people viewed it on, how fast people were chatting, and all that kind of stuff. And of course, how long you were live streaming. But that's how simple live streaming can be if you just go with the basics. Can you add a lot more on here? Sure. But you can run a stream just like this and be incredibly entertaining, have fun, and learn how to interact with an audience. That is 100% more important than anything else, any tricks, any alerts, or anything else that I could possibly teach you on this channel. You're going to learn most of what makes a successful live streamer by just setting a stream up like this and going live and entertaining an audience. I told you it was easy, and I can tell you there is nothing more exciting than your very first live stream. when you start to have folks showing up and interacting with you, it's absolutely an amazing feeling. If you want me to show you how to stream to YouTube using nothing but your cell phone, let me know down in the comments. And if you want to learn more about OBS and what else it can do, you could check this video out. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.